For just £5 a month, you can get early access to all of our podcast episodes, copies of our script, access to further information, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. Head over to patreon.com/Sunday Night Mystery. £5 a month. That's cheaper than 15 minutes of parking at Bristol Airport. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Well, hello. Good evening. Welcome to the middle of the week. It's another episode of Brett's Old Time Radio Show. Welcome to my home here in Lyme Bay. Hope you're good. Hope everything's going well with you. My mum and dad are down in Devon, down on the coast at the moment, which is lovely. So we're all having a nice time. It's all going well. And even though things are a bit overcast, it doesn't matter, because when you're in beautiful East Devon, let me tell you, the weather makes no difference. It's just good to be here, because it's just a great place to be. Thanks for joining me once again for our regular late night visit to those dusty studio archive. They're not so dusty at the moment. Well, they're still a bit dusty, but I've been doing a bit of revamping and a bit of tidying up, so they're not as dusty as they were. So we're in our spruced up archives of old time radio shows here at my home on the south coast of the United Kingdom. I'm Brett, I'm your host for our Nighttime podcast. Welcome to another episode. Do check out all our social medias if you get a minute. It would be brilliant. I'd really appreciate it. They're all called Brett's Old Time Radio Show. Now then, it is time, with it being what's going on? Loaders jumping around. With it being a Wednesday for Rocky Jordan. The Adventure in Zaqaziq. 16th of April, 1950 was when it was first broadcast.
You've heard Jack Benny, Amos and Andy, Bergen and McCarthy. Still waiting to entertain you on CBS are Rocky Jordan, Horace Heidt, Dick Hames and Joe Stafford, our Miss Brooks, the Whistler, and Red Skelton. Now, Del Monte Foods brings you a world of adventure with Rocky Jordan.
Well, Jordan, I see you have found a cool place under the ceiling fan.
Hi, Sam. Now, what brings the pride of the Cairo police force to the tambourine?
Need I have a reason?
No, of course not. Have a chair.
Thank you. Just for a moment. The Nile rises well.
Oh, that's interesting. What else is on your mind?
Oh, it is only that I have not seen you in many days. A strange calm seems to have settled over your life.
I'd say that's your good luck.
Perhaps. However, for one such as you who thrives on excitement and adventure, life must become a bit restive, shall we say?
Shall we? Oh, I hadn't noticed.
Oh, incidentally, your bartender, Chris, handles things quite capably here. Should you be away.
All right, Sam, what's it about?
I'm merely wondering if, for once, you would be interested in adventure only for adventure's sake.
What do you got in mind?
A great deal, Jordan. Now, about this prospective adventure. Does it interest you?
It might. Why?
I thought it would. Come with me.
Del Monte, the brand you trust for flavor in so many good foods. Yes, Del Monte, the best-liked brand of canned fruits and vegetables in the whole wide world, takes you now to the Café Tambourine in Cairo, gateway to the ancient East, where modern adventure and intrigue unfold against a backdrop of antiquity. Tonight's Rocky Jordan story, Adventure in Zaqaziq.
The desert heat had settled down like a tent over Cairo, and the big fan on my tambourine ceiling had been doing plenty of overtime, with me under it. That's when Captain Sam Sabai of the Cairo police had come in with a lot of talk about adventure for adventure's sake. He had me interested. We got in his limousine, and he switched back to the standard topic of conversation in Egypt, the flow of the Nile River, till he pulled up at the internal security building in the government center. Inside, he picked a door that said Baladi Bay. Sam introduced me to the chubby man behind the desk. We sat down, and the Bay looked me over real carefully.
Well, Captain, this man is desert-wise?
He is, Baladi Bey.
This man knows little fear?
Such is my observation.
Good. Mr. Jordan, what I'm about to say is confidential. If you are interested, excellent. If not, that is your prerogative. But nothing is to be repeated after you leave here. You understand?
Only that much so far.
Very well. Our problem is one of robbery, not of money, sir. but of valuable medical supplies.
Somebody must be pretty sick.
Please realize, Mr. Jordan, while medicines such as penicillin are plentiful in your country, they are extremely rare throughout the Middle East and sorely needed.
Sure, I follow. Go on, Baladi Bey.
Repeatedly, shipments of the supplies have been raided and stolen after reaching Egypt. The loss already amounts to well over $10,000 in market value.
But worth a lot more on the black market.
As you say, they could bring 5 times, perhaps 10 times their original price. Now, we do not know who is involved, but we have a feeling that the center of operations is... I will show you here on the wall map. The little town of Zaqaziq, located here, north and east on the delta, at important crossroads. The stolen supplies are probably hidden somewhere near there.
All right, let's get right to the point, Baladi Bey.
Very well. An American en route to Zaqaziq has just been arrested by our customs officials. His name is Harry Evans.
Am I supposed to know him?
No, but we believe that he had made previous arrangements to purchase the black market supplies there. This is our chance to uncover the entire ring.
Yeah, I'm beginning to get it, but you tell me.
We want you, Mr. Jordan, to go to Zaqaziq in Mr. Evans' place.
Look, Baladi Bey, you got men to handle that kind of a job?
Unfortunately, there is no time for us to get a regular police agent, an American, such as you. Mr. Evans is due to arrive in Zaqaziq early tomorrow morning.
And all you want me to do is walk in and convince everybody that I'm Harry Evans, just like that, huh?
It is our opinion that they have never seen him in person. But even so, it will be a distinct risk on your part.
Well, that's one way of putting it.
The black market ring is well organized and dangerous. Make no mistake about that. But it must be uncovered and broken. Well, Mr. Jordan?
I'll think about it.
You must realize that an immediate decision is necessary. I will give you a short moment. Again, I repeat, it is entirely up to you.
Sam, what do you get me into?
If you wish to say no, Jordan...
How does a guy say no to a request like that? I can't, and you know it.
Is that your answer, then?
Well, it's not that simple, Sam. Anyhow, how would I make contact?
The sellers will undoubtedly approach you.
Supposing they do. What about the buying?
You will be supplied with $35,000 in American money, marked, of course, for later identification.
And what then? What if they ask how I'll get the stuff out?
Tell them you have a plane waiting nearby to fly the medicines into Arabia.
And what's my contact with you or Baladi Bey?
A water seller will be stationed for that purpose in front of the Suez Hotel, where Mr. Evans has his reservation. I will be at the hotel in Sholam Mineral Springs, about 30 kilometers from Zaqaziq, ostensibly on vacation.
You've thought of everything, haven't you?
We hope so. Will you do what he asks then, Jordan?
Yeah, all right, Sam. What other choice have I got? Baladi Bey came back in then at 2 minutes to the second. He briefed me for a while and then fixed me up with my new identification. After that, I went back to the tambourine and arranged with Chris to take over. I wondered if I'd ever see him or the tambourine again. And that night, I boarded the train for Zaqaziq. I was there early the next morning, and a taxi dropped me at the Suez Hotel. Right away, I knew how well Baladi Bey had set his plans.
Water, Effendi. Cool, pure water from the bubbling springs of Sholam.
You get on the job early?
Always I remain here to serve in whatever way I am needed.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll see you later.
As you wish, Effendi. Water! Finding water!
The water seller was playing his part well, and it was good to know I wasn't alone on the job. So I decided to check in.
Yes, we have your reservation, sir. The room is ready. If you will sign here, Mr. Evans.
Yeah, sure.
Boy here. Kindly show Mr. Evans to room 209.
At once. This way, Mr. Evans.
Well, all I could do was wait, and it wasn't easy. The water seller kept to his post outside. I moved from my room to the lobby, waiting for some move, but none came. I didn't like it. But I was in it now, and there was no getting out. That evening, I had some dinner in the hotel restaurant, sitting by the wall where I could keep an eye out. I was alone, except for a heavy-set Turk with a pretty Egyptian girl, eating silently across the room. Then after a while, a party of 4 came in. An American, the graying, successful type, complete with a cane, his talkative wife, and a couple of local boys wearing expensive tarbushes. The woman kept looking my way, and I wondered what it meant. Suddenly, she got up and came directly to my table.
Oh, you poor, lonely man.
Do I impress you that way, lady?
Of course you do. You're an American, I can tell. All Americans get lonely when they're alone. I am Mrs. Bundy, and I insist that you join us at our table.
Well,
I won't take no for an answer. Whatever you have to do here, you can do at our table.
I think I get what you mean. All right, Miss Bundy.
Oh, now that's more like it, Mr. Oh, dear, silly of me. I didn't even get your name.
Evans. Harry Evans.
Harry Evans, what a nice name. I am Mrs. Bundy. But I told you that, didn't I?
Well, my dear.
No. Don't anybody get up. Jeffrey, darling, I want you to meet Mr. Evans.
How do you do, Mr. Evans?
Fine, thank you, Mr. Bundy.
And this is Ahmed Bey, mayor of Zaqaziq, and Kemal Bey, agricultural supervisor for this district.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Now, let's all of us sit down and enjoy ourselves, huh?
Well, it's great to see a fellow American again, Mr. Evans. Just passing through, I presume.
Well, as a matter of fact...
No. Everybody keep quiet while Mr. Evans tells us all about New York. You'll do that, won't you, Mr. Evans?
Well, I'll tell you what I can. It's been quite a while.
Oh, dear, I miss New York so much. Egypt isn't the same. Cotton, nothing but cotton.
Yes, cotton, Mr. Evans. Long staple. Fairly profitable, I might say. What is your line?
Well, right at the moment, Mr. Bundy...
Business. Busy. You men can talk about that tonight.
Tonight?
Oh, didn't I tell you about the party at our house? Just a few friends. Kemal Bey and Ahmed Bey are coming, aren't you, dears? Oh, of course you are.
Join us by all means, Mr. Evans.
Yes.
9 o'clock sharp.
Well, I'll make it if I can. Now, if you'll all excuse me...
Of course, dear boy, run along. But remember, tonight, you can tell us more about New York.
I decided this wasn't the contact. Not in that kind of company. So I waited some more, just long enough to get through the lobby, up the stairs, and down the hall to my room.
Come in, Evans. Shut the door.
It was the heavy-set Turk I'd spotted down in the restaurant. The girl wasn't with him now, but a squirrel-eyed guy who played with knives was. He put his back to the door as I went in.
Just to ensure a quiet talk, Evans.
Does your friend talk, too?
Yes, as you can see, he has a very, sharp tongue.
We don't need any rough stuff. Let's get on with it.
Get on with what?
You came here, you name it.
I always like to make sure. First, we will look at your credentials. Do not bother. I will find your pockets.
Well?
You could be Evans.
Supposing we get acquainted all around.
You may call me Gino.
That's as good a name as any.
You have the money?
$35,000.
Where is it?
In the hotel safe.
All right. Get it changed into Egyptian pounds.
Why, American dollars are better.
I said get it changed to pounds.
Okay, Gino. Right away.
Wait, Evans. Let us say that I deliver certain merchandise. How do you get it out?
There's a plane waiting to fly it into Arabia. That satisfy you?
Perhaps. How and when did you arrive in Egypt?
TWA from Rome to Cairo yesterday afternoon.
At exactly what time?
3:15.
We will check. Come, Markup.
So what happens now? Somebody else have to give the okay?
Just have the money. We will contact you when we are sure and when we are ready.
They were playing it very careful. I'd expected that, but Gino had thrown me a real problem, that of changing the money. The marked dollars Bellotti Bay had given me wouldn't be worth anything now. I had to get the word to Sam. The water cellar was my pipeline, so after a little waiting, I went down and out front. The night street was all but deserted. Even the water cellar was gone. I moved up the street trying to spot him, till a ragged native came running out of a nearby alley.
Help, Effendi, sir. Come quickly.
What is it? Tell me.
There, in the alley, sir. A most wretched man has fallen by the knife. Hurry, help everybody.
I made it fast into the alley, somehow knowing just who I'd find. And when I reached the huddled heap by the wall, I knew I was right. He was the little water cellar, and I wasn't any too soon.
Effendi Jordan, it is good that you have come.
Now, don't try to talk. Here, let me help you.
No, quickly. Take this key.
Tell me, who did it?
The key. Take it and go before you are seen here. Go.
He was beyond any help. I knew now I was in it up to my ears. With the death of the water cellar, my one contact with Sam Sabaya was gone.
Del Monte Foods is presenting tonight's adventure with Rocky Jordan. Out here in the West, you folks are so used to getting big, plump tomatoes, so ripe and good, it's only to be expected that you'd want your tomato juice to have that same kind of rich flavor and fine, refreshing tang.
That must be why Del Monte tomato juice is so popular with us Westerners, Larry. It has such a fresh, natural taste.
Yes, it only takes one good taste of Del Monte tomato juice to tell you it's really something out of the ordinary. Del Monte chooses only the juiciest and most delicious of vine-ripened tomatoes. That goes without saying. And the secret of that amazingly fresh taste is close quality control. Quality control no one without Del Monte's experience and facilities could even hope to match. But don't take my word for it. Try Del Monte tomato juice yourself.
Well, all I know is it certainly doesn't take any coaxing to get the family to drink big glasses of tomato juice when it's Del Monte.
You'll be drinking more of this healthful juice, and you'll enjoy it more, too, once you start buying Del Monte tomato juice. So stock up with plenty. You'll need it. And now we take you back to Cairo and tonight's Rocky Jordan story, Adventure in Zaqaziq.
They called me Harry Evans in Zaqaziq, but now I wondered if the wrong people knew who I really was. The water seller had made a fatal slip, and maybe I was next. Back in my room at the hotel, I had a look at the key the water seller had placed in my hand. It had a big drop-in-the-mailbox tag attached with the address of the Sholem Mineral Springs Hotel, where Sam Sabaya was staying nearby. I kept fiddling with it, wondering what it meant, till all at once the big tag snapped open. It was empty, but I realized it had been the water seller's safe way of getting word to Sam. I wrote a quick note to Sam telling him his water cellar was dead and to get me a new contact, that I'd been approached by a Turk named Gino, and about the problem of exchanging the dollars I had for Egyptian pound notes. Now my problem was getting the key into the mailbox without being seen. And when I reached the lobby, I saw it wouldn't be easy. Gino and his sidekick were there watching. So I moved into the cocktail lounge and carefully dropped the key on the floor near the bar. I was about to go.
A moment, Mr. Harry Evans.
I turned to see the Egyptian girl who'd been sitting in the restaurant with Gino earlier that evening.
Rhonda Hassan, do you not remember?
Gino wouldn't like you talking to strangers.
Oh, you have changed, have you not? Since I was married to you in Port Said 3 years ago.
Maybe we'd better sit down.
I think so, too. You may order a brandy for me.
Yeah, sure. 2 brandies here.
Thank you, Harry.
You're welcome.
Oh, by the way, where is my former husband?
You might try missing persons.
Oh, you carry it off well, whoever you are. I think you and I will get on very nicely.
That all depends, doesn't it?
Ah, the brandy.
Oh, here you are. I'll keep the change.
I do not think I will tell Gino what I know.
If you know anything.
When I explain, you will see. It is necessary that I get out of Egypt very quickly. I want to go to your country, to America.
The police on your trail, too?
Oh, yes, but why is not important. I know you are not Harry Evans. I think you are with the police, who will do anything to uncover a ring which steals and sells rare medical supplies on the black market.
I'm not a cop. I can't do anything.
You are wise to admit nothing. But I am sure that you can arrange with authorities to get me out of Egypt, in return for what I can tell them about the black market ring.
Look, did Gino send you in here?
Oh, yes. But he does not know what I am saying, which is true. Now do what I ask, and I will keep my mouth shut about you.
You can tell me something. Why is Gino taking his time about selling?
It is his way. He will toy with you for a day or two, observe your movements, and then approach you for the sale.
Yeah.
But your help for me had better come before that time.
Oh, Mr. Evans, there you are, you dear boy.
Miss Hassan, this is Mr. and Mrs. Bundy.
How do you do? You're coming to my party now, aren't you?
Please do, old boy. Just a quiet affair. We'd like to have you.
Bring the young lady along if you like.
Well, I'm afraid I won't be able to make it, Mrs. Bundy. Sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. We understand. Oh, Jeffrey, somebody dropped a key on the floor. Pick it up, why don't you?
Well, if you like, my dear.
Yes.
Here are it says the Sholem Springs Hotel, return postage guaranteed. Is this yours, Mr. Evans?
Of course it isn't his, Jeffrey. Can't you see he's staying here? We can drop the key in the mailbox on our way out.
Very well, my dear. Come along. We'll see you later, Mr. Evans.
Yeah, sure.
And I will see you later, too, will I not, Mr. Evans?
I didn't answer. Rhonda finished her drink and went out, and I sat there trying to figure her. Maybe she was just Gino's way of toying with me. Maybe a lot more. Anyhow, Mrs. Bundy had taken care of my mailing problem. Then came more waiting. Just before bank closing time the next day, I decided to get the dollar bills changed for pounds, with Gino's squirrel-eyed friend hovering always in the background. But no word from Gino or Sam. The third day came, and it was getting monotonous, with a feeling everything was closing in, not just the heat now. In the evening, I went out on the street for a breath of air.
Ah, Effendi, the shoes hold the sand of the desert. For a little bakshish, I will shine them like silver.
Oh, not this time, Imshi.
Please, Effendi, for bakshish, I shine the shoes or serve in whatever way I am needed.
2 piastres. Make it quick.
As you say, sir.
You do something besides shine shoes?
Keep the eyes from my face, Mr. Jordan. I do not wish to suffer the fate of the poor water seller.
Forget the water cellar. Where you from?
From the springs of Sholam, sent by the good Captain Sabaya.
Did he get a message?
Yours, Mr. Jordan, sent in the hotel key.
Go on. What does he say?
To remain and wait. The plan is working well.
Tell him not to be too sure. How long do I wait?
It should not be long. When Gino decides, he will move fast.
It better be soon.
Ah, there, Effendi. The most beautiful shine. The piastres, please.
Yeah, here you are. Thanks.
Mutashakir. When you want another shine, I will be close by.
I went back to the hotel, figuring I'd sit it out some more. But when I unlocked the door to my room, I didn't have to wait anymore.
We will move now, Mr. Evans.
You could have saved the time, Gino.
You have the money in pounds?
I've got it.
Then everything is ready.
Not till I see the supplies. All of them.
All right, then come. We will go.
Where to?
You will find out. Come now.
We went down. I picked up the money from the safety box, and then we were out on the street toward Gino's covered Jeep. I noticed the shoeshine fellow watching from a doorway. Not till we got to the car did I see that somebody else was there. Not Gino's helper, but the girl, Rhonda Hassan. She didn't look at me as I got in. Gino drove fast out of town, through miles of cotton fields, then over some barren sand dunes, till we came to a place that looked like the ruins of an ancient Roman fort, with one small building still intact.
Straight ahead, Evans.
Yeah, you picked a good hiding place. It's all in there, Gino?
Yes, everything. Go in.
Hold it, Gino.
I said go in.
Gino's foot on my back had sent me stumbling inside. I fell against a table and rolled to the floor as the door was slammed and locked. Then I saw by a dim light that something else had fallen to the floor. I picked it up. I'd seen it before. It was the hotel key that I thought had been mailed to Sam Sabaya. Just then, the blue-white light of a gasoline pressure lantern cut the gloom, and I knew I wasn't alone. There were 2 of them, Mr. and Mrs. Jeffrey Bundy. Jeffrey still had his cane.
Get up, Mr. Jordan. Get up.
Hurry, Mr. Jordan. We haven't much time.
Well, I bet I missed a great party.
It was a delightful affair. You would have enjoyed it.
You see, we were not sure of you then.
Not till you got a hold of this key.
Yes, very conveniently. It was nice of you to drop it just where we'd find it. The message inside told us everything we wanted to know.
So, the shoeshine man was your plant, too. Sabaya hadn't sent him at all.
Excellent, Mr. Jordan.
Is everything clear to you now?
Sure. Means you two are the big stuff. You've got quite a partnership.
A very efficient one, Mr. Jordan. How about the real Harry Evans? Where is he?
He was your boy, only the police have him now.
What has he told them? What do they know?
All about the hijacking of a lot of penicillin for the black market. And that Zaqaziq's the pinpoint. They'll get the rest.
Enough of this.
Wait. Just one more thing. Since coming to Zaqaziq, have you been in touch with the police in any way?
After you had Gino get rid of the water cellar? It's something you'd like to know, isn't it?
It really doesn't matter, Mr. Jordan. Now.
Yes. Come, my dear. What happens here now isn't for the eyes of a delicate woman.
Oh, Jeffrey, you're so considerate. Gino, you may come in now. Goodbye, Mr. Jordan.
just a moment, Rocky Jordan returns to conclude tonight's story. When it comes right down to cases, are you absolutely sure you know just how good some foods can be? Now, you take corn, for instance. I really hate to think what you're missing if you haven't tried Del Monte corn.
So do I, Larry. Del Monte is the sweetest tasting corn. And I always say it's so tender you can hardly tell where the butter you put on it leaves off and the corn begins.
Yes, you'll find all the things you like about corn come extra good in Del Monte corn. It's remarkably sweet because Del Monte raises it for higher natural sugar content. Del Monte makes a point of specially thin-skinned kernels, too, so you'll get just about the tenderest eating that ever came off the cob. So I'll tell you what you do. Get yourself some Del Monte vacuum-packed golden whole kernel corn. Enjoy those bright, plump, butter-tender kernels piping hot. I think you'll say you've never had corn eating so good.
It's good and low price, too. And that's my idea of a real honest-to-goodness value.
Compare Del Monte with other brands of corn, friends. You can't beat it for flavor, tenderness, or dependability. It's distinctively good. Ask your grocer for Del Monte golden whole kernel corn. Back now to Rocky Jordan for the conclusion of tonight's story.
Mr. and Mrs. Jeffrey Bundy stepped to the heavy door that was unlocked and swung open. They went out as Gino came in, still followed by the girl, Rhonda. It seemed all in a day's work as Gino came toward me with a knife, Rhonda still behind him. And just as he was a step away from me, I saw Rhonda's arm come up fast. It held a gun that caught Gino hard over the ear.
He is quite harmless now, Mr. Jordan.
Yeah. Thanks, Rhonda. But why?
This will show you I'm on your side.
But I didn't make any deal with you. I couldn't if I'd wanted to.
All I want is to be permitted to go safely out of Egypt. You can tell them.
I have no authority. Believe me, I can't promise anything.
But you can try. Oh, please, Mr. Jordan. It is my only chance. You must help me. I helped you.
I know, Rhonda. Of course, I'll try.
Gino, what's going on in there?
Hurry up, Gino.
Mr. Jordan, I must answer them. First, take the gun.
Give it to me. But what about you, Rhonda?
In case you do not get away, I must be clear. I must protect myself. That is fair, is it not?
It's fair. Answer him now.
Mr. Bundy, come. He is getting away.
Gino, Rhonda, what is it?
The Bundys came running in. The missus first. She took one look at Gino on the floor, let out a scream, and fainted right on top of him. But Bundy did better. He swung his cane and knocked the gun from my hand. Another swung, bounced off my head. Next time I was ready, I grabbed hold of his wrist, flipped him over my head, and down on top of the other two. To make it three of a kind.
Pick up the gun, Mr. Jordan. It is still yours. And what now?
I'll stay here. Take the Jeep back into Zaqaziq and call Sam Sabaya. Get him here as quick as you can.
Do you trust me that much?
I'll take that chance. Get going, Rhonda. Well, Sam and some of the boys showed up in record time. He sent a couple of them to pick up the phony shoeshine man and Gino's squirrel-eyed helper, and all of us rode back into Cairo. The medicine supplies were found in one of the Bundy cotton warehouses. So Bellotti Bay got back the penicillin. The others got the pen. Rhonda had a debt to pay, but she'd proved herself, and it looked like she'd soon get her freedom to America. For me? Well, I'm right back where I started, trying to find a cool spot under the tambourine fan.
For superb flavor, for dependable quality always, enjoy Del Monte fruits and vegetables. Remember, buy wisely. Buy for flavor. Buy Del Monte, the brand you trust for flavor in so many good foods. Rocky Jordan, written by Larry Roman and Gomer Cool, stars Jack Moyles in the title role with Jay Novello as Sam Sabaya, and is produced and directed by Cliff Howell, with original music composed and conducted by Richard Arunt. Remember, you have a date next week at the Cafe Tambourine, run by Rocky Jordan. Same time, same station. And the story is The Big Gamble. Want to get tomorrow's dinner off to a brighter, better start? Serve Del Monte Fruit Cocktail. 5 luscious, colorful fruits mixed in perfect flavor balance, all ready to serve. For easy first courses, salads, and desserts, too, keep Del Monte Fruit Cocktail handy. Larry Thor speaking. Rocky Jordan is presented over CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed our latest adventure with the brilliant Rocky Jordan. More adventure tomorrow with those Tales of the Texas Rangers going live at 5 p.m. GMT. Now then, thanks for listening. I'll be with you 7 days a week, each and every week, and I'll see you tomorrow on Brett's Old Time Radio Show. Love you. Bye. Check out our fabulous new podcast, Sunday Night Mystery, every Sunday at 3 p.m. GMT. We delve into unsolved mysteries with gripping tales, thrilling theories, and captivating investigations. From infamous cases to lesser-known mysteries, each episode promises suspense and intrigue. Join the conversation and subscribe now on your favorite podcast platform. Sunday Night Mystery, every Sunday from 3 p.m.